It was here, in the northernmost reaches of China, just behind this modest train station in Manchuria. Just a few steps from here, where from 1938 to the end of the Second World War, several thousand prisoners served as human guinea pigs for a secret unit of the occupying Japanese army. None survived. No man, woman, or child escaped the experiments carried out in the special Japanese Unit 731's laboratories. All who entered died, from injections of the plague, cholera, typhus, or typhoid. Some died under the scalpel, in the vivisections routinely practiced here. Others in freezers, or gas chambers. The criminals responsible for Unit 731's atrocities faced neither prosecution nor judgment from the Tokyo War Tribunals at the end of the war. On the contrary, their crimes were ignored, and some were even protected. Now, at the end of their lives, former employees of the unit have broken that long silence with their sketches, clay models, and testimony to what went on during one of the darkest chapters of their recent history. Japanese invasion of Manchuria in 1931. It blew in like a fierce wind that soon ravaged the entire Far East, and whose devastation would not cease until 1945. Manchuria was immense, with abundant supplies of wood, coal, and gold, a land rich in soya, corn, cattle, and cheap labor. The first step in dismembering and dominating Manchuria was to complete the train network begun by the Russians in the 19th century. The ultra-nationalist leaders of the Army of Kwantung made Manchuria their special cause. They decided everything, planned everything. They even installed the already twice-disposed Emperor Pu Yi as the puppet ruler of 3 Chinese provinces that they renamed Manchukuo. The Army of Kwantung embarked on a plan to bring 5 million mostly young Japanese colonists into Manchukuo. Recruited in Tokyo, 16-year-old Yoshio Shinozuka arrived in Manchuria in the spring of 1939 and was immediately assigned to Harbin and Unit 731.
Before I left, my parents assured me that since I wasn't a soldier, if I wasn't happy there, I could simply resign and come home. They even told me that if it was too complicated to come alone, they would make the trip and come bring me home.
After crossing the sound that separates Japan and Korea, a Japanese colony, a train led to Busan and then headed north to Mukden, Chongchun, and Harbin. The route was simple, direct, and safe. In Japan, Manchukuo was presented like El Dorado, a land of opulence, an easily accessible paradise. After 4 days and nights on the train to Harbin, travelers discovered a bustling cosmopolitan city that was carefully and thoroughly patrolled by military police. Harbin is not far from the USSR, and the Soviet giant was known to covet the territory.
We arrived in Harbin about 5:30 in the morning. It was extremely cold. My ears hurt, and my cap was frozen solid. It was on or about December 20th. It was so cold I couldn't even feel my feet any longer.
Indeed, winter temperatures hovered around